Breaking news, breaking news. This is absolutely crazy, folks. Jake Haro's brother died inside his home years ago. Whoa! This is HECTOR Haro, Jake Haro's brother. May 6, 2021. Authorities go to the home, the cabazon home of Rebecca and Jake Haro, because of a call of a death. This guy right here, the brother died at the home. What in the heck's going on here, people? Suspicious death. Apparently, law enforcement investigated Jake and Rebecca for the death of HECTOR. Now, I want to share a call log that has been presented on Twitter. SF Investigates, private investigator, shared all the police calls to the Haro's home since 2020. The brother died at that home years ago. Then, after he died, Jake sets up a second GoFundMe to raise money. What in the heck is going on here? We all know Emmanuel Haro died, their 7-month-old child. And it is believed that Emmanuel died inside the Haro home. Now it appears two died inside the Haro home. Check it out. So a private investigator from California by the name of SF Investigates, he posted on his Twitter X account all the calls, the police calls for the last few years to the home of Jake and Rebecca Haro. And he says here, I obtained all the calls for service. Riverside County Sheriff's Office has been on at the address of Jake and Rebecca Haro since 2020. It's interesting there was an unattended out of doctor's care death at the house on 5/6/2021. Now, look here. Here's a bunch of dates here, and you can clearly see on 5/6/2021 right here, 5/6/2021, a death reported at the address of 5008 Ramona Street, Cabazon, the home of Rebecca and Jake Haro. And it's interesting because I retweeted him here, and I said it appears the brother of Jake Haro died inside the home of Rebecca and Jake Haro on 5/6/2021. His name was HECTOR Haro. How did he really die? It also appears 7-month-old Emmanuel Haro also died in the same home. And here's the date of his obituary, 5/6/2021, HECTOR Haro. So it appears HECTOR Haro died inside that home years ago. Whoa, what is this about? Now, people are talking on TikTok claiming, it was suspicious, 1, and 2, OD, self-harm, something happened here. And also, Jake and Rebecca were investigated for this death, originally investigated by authorities. Let me share what they have to say on this matter. This is interesting right here. Jake Haro set up a GoFundMe for HECTOR's second funeral. Look at this right here. $4,755 were raised on a $25,000 goal, and it says Jake Haro is organizing this fundraiser on behalf of Rachel Cosentino. And it says, if you knew my sweet son, you knew this world lost a sweet soul. He is in heaven with his dad. Our hearts are broken, but hope lives on in his beautiful children. May our precious Lord guide and protect them the rest of their days. Thank you, God, for giving me the privilege to raise and love my son the last 30 years. Thank you, Lulu, for loving my son. And Jake responds, look at this, May 10th, 2021, the organizer, Jake, and he goes, let's be clear about something. We all should always remember. We had a moment with my brother HECTOR at least once, and if you haven't met him, his presence will stick with you. I want to thank everyone who showed love in any way for helping bury my brother. I will update everyone with dates and times of his funeral. That may have been the hardest thing I ever had to reread and message to you all. I'm sorry for your loss. Again, from our hearts. Thank you. And then people donated. But what's going on here? So the brother died inside the same home there years ago. What happened? What was the death? What was the real death? I mean, was it just a suicide, an OD, or was there something more nefarious here? And it was a cover-up. A cover-up. Jake and Rebecca, considering Jake's past and track record and what happened here now, and blood found in the home with Emmanuel, and it appears Emmanuel died in the same home. This is getting strange, folks. All right, so what do you think happened here? There's a lot of rumors and speculations that Hector died from an OD, died from self-harm, or did Jake tell authorities that? And something else happened inside that home. We call the home the House of Horrors, the Cabazon home, the 50,000 block of Ramona, House of Horrors. We don't know to the full extent of the evil that occurred inside this home. What we do know is with Emmanuel, it appears little baby Emmanuel was murdered inside that home. Blood found. It is believed that Jake did the killing. Rebecca assisted. We don't know to the extent, but we do know that she made that false kidnapping hoax. What about Hector? What do you think happened to Hector here? Do you think authorities should reopen a case, if they even had a case open? The speculation was they investigated the parents but didn't find anything, and nothing came about this. Do you think they should do an autopsy or figure this out or reopen the case in any way, shape, or form? Something tells me Jake has done a lot of bad things throughout his life. Not only with Emmanuel, but the other child that he's serving probation for. He should have been in prison for. Workers' comp fraud that this guy's involved with. Filing numerous workers' comp claims. 6 of them from multiple jobs over the course of the years to get money. Rebecca filed one herself. Why was Hector at the house? What's going on here? Was Hector living there? It doesn't appear, according to databases, Hector lived in Beaumont and Banning area. So what was he doing there? What really happened? And what really happened to Emmanuel inside that home? Why did they murder this poor little baby? I wanted to bring public awareness to Hector. Let me know what you think in the comments. Be interesting to read. So I'll be reading all your comments. Do you think this should be investigated? Or you think it's just coincidence? Or you think something is going on here? I think something is going on here. I am JLR Investigates. Sub to the channel, like, hit the notification button. This is the go-to channel when it comes to the Emmanuel Haro case. We're sharing what goes on. We're waiting for the affidavit of probable cause. We're waiting for the mugshots. We'll analyze the court hearing here. We'll try to find out more. When more available information comes out, I'll share with all of you, including rumors, speculations, the talk of the internet. We have one of the best chats on the internet, so read the comments. Interesting stuff. We'll talk soon. JLR Investigates. Stay tuned.